Happy Money Monday, family. Good to see everyone here.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you guys.
You too.
We were walking the Ohio State merch today.
Always. Always.
Go Bucks, baby. Come on, go Bucks.
You guys good at basketball this year?
No.
No? Okay. I know that's like the only thing
Well,
going
it's
on
Big
now.
Ten, so it's tough. Yeah. Big Ten. It's very, very tough.
You guys see Cooper Flag the other night?
49. Come on. Come on. I've always been a believer. I was always been a believer. I was a huge, I was watching the Ball brothers in Lithuania. Like people want to say they're like about it. No. I'm about it, Chris. I'm about it.
Money Monday, except it's basketball talk only.
So every Monday, guys, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're here to help. We're here to help. We're here to help. Any questions y'all got, feel free to let us know in the chat. Posted a good video today on how to start selling Amazon, which is $100, which is live on Flips from Miles. So let's talk about it. So Warner, we had about 10,000 auto engages the first hour that the auto engage checker was live that went through for different sellers. What do you think the total was for the week?
I don't know. I mean, we can get the number. We should get the number.
We should get the number. I'm gonna message about that now. It was probably like 250,000 or 500,000.
That's crazy. Can you deduplicate those to see how many different brands they are?
I would assume, yeah, because that is like one. If 10 people get the same one brand, that's counting 10. We might dig in on that. We've been focused on actually improving things rather than like fun data at the moment.
Yeah, I get it.
Unfortunately, Chris. Unfortunately,
I get it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
there's a lot of those things where it's like, ooh, fun. You want this fun thing that is useful for a fun fact, or you can make stuff that saves everybody time. But yeah, let us know what questions you guys have as you're popping on in here for Money Monday. We're live this time every Monday as well. So you set a reminder, click the bell on any of the channels that you're watching on. And Chris, have you had any content or anything drop recently?
I did a Boxem video last week, but back in the podcast chair this morning, recorded a 2-hour podcast with Kim and Perry Coughlin.
the legends. Yes. Yeah, those guys
legends.
are crazy. Yeah. So talk about them, because they break a lot of, when you hear their story, they break a ton of limiting beliefs with that.
Yeah. So one of the big thing, and you know what, I'm hearing this kind of same thing from so many sellers. Like, they made it to 8 figures in 100% retail arbitrage.
That's crazy.
Of course, right. They've got processes, they've got shoppers, they ship every single day from their warehouse. And one of the things that they've really focused on is implementing a whole lot more, like becoming business owners rather than, people who are just hustling in the trenches. And no hate on people who hustle in the trenches, but they want to pull back and be CEOs.
Sure.
But they've actually, they did 9.75 million last year. And they're like, because we want to focus on the bottom line rather than the top line. So margins are up, gross revenue was down, but they made more money. And I'm hearing that across, like, from Jeff Storch. I'm hearing it from Kim and Perry Coughlin, and several other sellers, that there's more money to be made with fewer sales.
Yeah, we did like 500-ish thousand less this last year and made a little bit more profit, which was a big percentage too.
That's beautiful.
A lot of that was intentional too. It was very much like blitz volume and then like figure out what actually works. So it was always going to be a little bit like that. But yeah, we were just like mostly focused on profit. And I was hearing that from a lot of people, like you're saying.
Yeah. And it makes sense too with, less volume, of course, comes a little bit less managerial tasks. They're still there, but there's going to be a little less headache, hopefully. And you can just, take some more dividends from the business, which is what we're do this for.
I think part of that is also just the reduction of just like overall like quality competition. We were talking about it during Q4.
Massive decrease.
Q4 especially, like we were looking at, I feel like you had a really good stat on like how many items were decreased in competition compared to last year. And like there
were 25 or fewer ASINs that had more than 150 sellers on them. I know you guys have been around long enough. Like, we've seen it to the point where there's 750 sellers
That
on,
Lego,
you know,
Lego
yeah,
The Lego, yeah.
yeah, you know, like we've seen that. And that was nowhere to be found this past year.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay, so good question from my cousin Vinny. It says, any chance you guys could go over the steps to actually list a product that so many fields to fill out? Yes. So I do agree that it's kind of annoying to do an Amazon Seller Central. But if we just go here in Boxem, which is
Bro
for
had it pulled up
listing,
already,
shipping.
like a pro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I had the time while y'all were spitting game there, right? So you can literally, if you want to list FBM or list FBA, it's literally just going here and then copying an ASIN. Boom. So we can copy it from SellerAmp here. Boom. Plug this guy in, right? Then hit
Is that a new bolo right there?
Low key, it actually is auto engage too. But you plug in the buy cost, so that way it tracks all your analytics. When you list something FBM, just match the buy box price. When you list something FBA, price it above the buy box price until it checks into Amazon, then match, right? And then just go here, hit quantity, and then supplier. You can type that in, website, date purchase, boom. And then it's honestly just ready to roll there. And then you select expiration date if it needs it, and everything. And then literally just you hit submit here. I'll just put in an expiration date, you know, a couple years out, right? And then we go here, boom, and then literally just hit submit FBM listings. And then 10 to 15 minutes later, it's ready to rock and roll in your inventory. And then if you want to do FBA, then you just go to create shipment here. And then like we have tutorials on our channel showing how to do the actual shipment process. A little Easter egg, if you want Boxem Walmart beta access, shoot either Warren and I a message and we can get you hooked up with that. And, you know, that's the name of the game. And then someone had asked about ungating too. Furthermore, with Boxem, as of about a week ago, we added a bulk ungating checker. So the best way from day one is literally just go in here and hit check suggested ASINs, and then it's going to get to work checking our big list of ASINs for you. You can also pop in a spreadsheet of your own ASINs you track down. And as you do storefront stalking, this is the most adept use case for beginners besides the suggested ASIN list. Is just copy an ASIN, plug it in, copy an ASIN, plug it in. And then you check like 10 at a time there to plug those guys in. And, you know, you're going to get probably like at least 50 plus brands from the get-go just using the suggested ASINs list right there, man. Yeah, of course, Benny, we got you, dude.
Yeah, Miles was asking about the stat there. It's almost a million brands total that were
okay.
Confirmed, ungated, or auto ungated. It's just under 1 million since the
That's
feature
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we can probably hit 1 million tomorrow, or at least
It'll probably happen today, honestly.
Maybe
I'm gonna go spend some time tomorrow and do 1 million on my own.
Chad, this one guy plugged in 60,000 ASINs at one time, which obviously probably 1,000 of those.
He said like 3. It was like 3 or 5 of them were auto ungate for him.
That
One of those
insane.
two. Sweet. What up, Trip? I am from there, yeah, man. I also went to U of A.
Hey, go
I'm no longer.
Yeah.
You said, "Are you there for the U of A?" I was 4 years ago or 5 years ago, I guess, at this point. But,
David, what? Yeah, man. Yeah, Warner and I both graduated college early. And then our third co-founder at Boxem did not make it twice.
You got to start.
Luckily, if you use the product, you'll see that it's.
I didn't realize he went back to college twice and then didn't.
Yeah. Is there supposed to be a video feed here as well as chat only? I don't see the video. Really? And what?
Yep. It should be good to go unless you're watching on. Oh, he's not on vertical.
Yeah,
no,
interesting.
Sure,
yeah, you might. Yeah, you should be able to see us. Video 2 restart. Ooh, okay. Ronnie says, on Boxem, once I'm ungated using the bulk ungate checker, am I only ungated through the Boxem app? Nope, you'll be good to go on Seller Central too. You might just have to apply to sell and request approval though, but that's the same process right there, dude. The homie Safe Fula says, today I checked 8,000 ASINs and 250. Dude, that's not a bad ratio, man. It's like, nope. I bet you if you run that in like, I bet you
sell some of those. Yeah. Sell 5-10 grand of some of those.
Yeah, bro. And more stuff in auto. Yeah. That's the beauty.
Yeah. That's the nice part is for everyone, gating and that kind of stuff definitely feels like a big roadblock, but now you can just kind of get a list, just focus on that. And then you'll start getting a lot more natural auto engates. And of course you'll want to,
guys, there's a ton of advanced stuff you can do with that as well. I linked actually a couple unlisted YouTube videos in the description that show you some advanced ways for OA, for RA, for basic OA storefront stalking, for advanced OA storefront stalking to use the bulk on gate checker. So if you want some special sauce, check the description. They're just free videos that are just unlisted on YouTube that I had sent out. And then Warner, it's tomorrow we have the workshop, right? Tomorrow night?
Yep.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, for anyone who's using Boxem, there's a completely free Zoom call for any Boxem users, the auto and gate sourcing workshop that Warner and I are putting on tomorrow night, probably at least an hour of stuff talking about different use cases and how you can crank out auto and gate leads using the bulk on gate checker significantly easier. So if you're a Boxem user, you'll get an email with the Zoom link for that, as well as an email of the Zoom recording. And it's just going to be a night where we're going to hop on and talk all things auto and gate sourcing for beginners, how to find more leads in less time, literally live with Warner and I, a lot of live sourcing and everything here. What has a beautiful fish and chips combo right there. Those chips need to be a little bit more crispy, but that's a story for another day. Says, if I use the suggested ASINs in Boxem a second time, would it show me new products compared to last time I checked? No, it's the same list of products, but if you do it after like selling a lot, after like a month or 2 or 6 months, then it'll show more stuff auto. Yeah, definitely.
Usually with a lot of people, like we're saying, it'll be like 5 or 10K in sales. You'll start seeing a lot more auto and gates and stuff. Usually the first time if you check like the default list, you'll see maybe 5-10% of auto and gate, and then that'll increase a lot after you hit that first little milestone, basically.
Holly says, I found a great product at Ollie's. How do I use that receipt to get ungated? So you can't use the Ollie's in-store receipt, but you can order that product online or a product from that brand online to unlock. On that topic, Holly, if you check the description here on YouTube, you'll see a really, really good training on using the Boxem bulk ungate checker for finding more RA stuff. I'll link it in the chat too. But that's like a really good way that you could find more stuff from Ollie's, right? I can even do it here with you guys, honestly, and everything. If Chris and Warner, you guys want to man the Q&A, I'll pop this guy up here.
I got a stupid question. I've pulled Boxem up in the Tesla, of course, but I've never pulled it up on mobile. Is Boxem mobile friendly?
I think you can technically log in, but it's not. It's not like not super pretty.
I wouldn't expect it to be. I mean, either.
I think we were actually just talking about that. Well, it'd be a mobile version of it before long. But I mean, if you're listing, if you're making a shipment from your phone, you're kind of you're hustling anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So a little pro tip here. So this is how we could find a crap load more RA leads here. So say most things, guys, are only from one source. So like a good Ollie's product probably only comes from Ollie's. A good grocery outlet item probably only comes from grocery outlet, etc. And so say this isn't, but say this was, we could actually download and find the historical ASIN list of every seller that's ever sold this product. And we can find what they're currently selling today. And it's like a lot of that stuff is probably from RA and probably from those same suppliers too. So first things first, we just go here and hit data offers. So we hit data offers and then hit include historical offers. So we can see 156 sellers lifetime have sold this product. And then we hit export. And it's very important to hit only offer deep link and CSV here. So now we're going to get a CSV of all the seller IDs of all the sellers that have ever sold this product. And then we just want to copy these and then go over to ChatGPT and say, give me list of seller IDs, plug into Keepa product finder, right? It's pretty easy to do. And then it's going to spit these out here in a minute or two, right? And then I want to go over to Keepa.com and hit Pro and then Product Finder, right? And then it's going to spit me out this list of seller IDs. And now I'm going to be able to use Keepa Product Finder to see every ASIN these sellers either have historically sold or are currently selling. And there's going to be other good RA inspiration in here. So I'll just take the ones that's currently shown. And then we go here, hit Amazon out of stock. Don't want to compete with Amazon. And then rock and roll down here to seller IDs, paste these guys in, hit include historical offers, bang. And then I want listings that have 100 plus sold per month, or you can play with these filters obviously here. And where'd that guy go? 100 plus, right? and then go here and hit like 10 plus sellers to make sure it's reseller friendly. And we can see, guys, literally, so this is 6,000 ASINs, and this is a perfect case to use when you have something good that's RA. And then we can literally look these ASINs up that are selling well today and are reseller friendly and have been sold by that guy who has that item from one of your RA sources. And then we just export these bad boys, hit only ASINs, CSV here. Boom. This is actually a wholesale item, so that's why it's going to be a lot of wholesale stuff. And then we can copy all these ASINs here. It is important to make sure you do 5,000 rows. I forgot that. Do 5,000 rows. And then literally export ASINs only, CSV, boom. And then copy and paste in all these ASINs and hit check product. And then, yeah, it's going to get to work here, plugging these guys in. So like some of these guys are going to be wholesale, obviously. A lot of these are. But when it's a retail RA item, you can see a lot of that stuff right there. So that's the naming. It's a really, really good method to find more good RA stuff there. Yeah.
I'm about to have Claude Cowork go and grab all the historical sellers from like all the ASINs I've ever sold and pull out the IDs and then have it go and pull up.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, or that. Even I'd say even better that. Yeah.
Yeah, grab all the people who sell like holiday time or like all the like seasonal
very low things.
Yeah. It's usually the move for like easier retail arbitrage, but like the seasonal, Valentine's Day candy 2-packs and that kind of stuff is what we'll be getting after. So Jedi said about age inventory fees. I was telling you the fee will be $9.30. Was that per unit? I mean, if you're running at aged inventory fees, then like you should probably have a better like kind of just standard practices on when you sell things because those don't kick in for 6 months. Mm-hmm. So if you're paying those, you should be a private label seller if you're paying those at all with a bunch of stuff in storage. Otherwise, like you just need to focus on stuff that actually sells. It probably is per unit.
Well, at $9.30, that'd have to be a fairly big item for it to be per unit. It's probably per ASIN if it's a smaller item. But yeah, you should never have to pay those because you want to talk about killing your margins real fast.
Yeah, because not like obviously that's cutting into your margin, but it's also 6 months of money that you could have spent on. Yes. Even if it's something that was quote unquote only 25% ROI, right? You could have done 3 flips at a 25 ROI in that 6 months. So now you're paying fees and you didn't grow your money by the whatever compound math, that would be 60 something. Sweet. Can different items ship the same box? Yeah, man, for sure.
Yep. Load them up in Boxem.
Yeah. The fun fact I like to bring up is it's technically 100. So unless you're
which we had to learn because of Boxem. Yeah.
Like we were talking about, I guess it'd be pamphlets, but you're good to go besides that. And then other just kind of shipping best practices, like if you guys have, you're just kind of getting started, try to ship out 50 pounds of stuff at a time if you can. You'll get better shipping rates that way. And then as you're shipping out bigger shipments, if you start shipping out more than like 200, 250 pounds at a time, it starts making sense to do optimized shipments where you do 5 different destinations and save on placement fees. Under that, it's generally not cost saving because you're shipping a lot smaller boxes to too many places.
Make sure your boxes don't go over 48 pounds a piece. Otherwise, Amazon will put the thumb on the scale.
Yeah, big old thumb on the scale. Yep.
If I signed up for Boxem, do I need to start paying? If you want to keep using it, bro here. That's a good question, NYC Sally. I'm actually not sure if I assume they would actually, because the other ones do. Yeah,
you could check.
Yeah,
I would assume like the brands that would be auto-ungated in one market are definitely more likely to be auto-ungated in another, but it's not going to guarantee it. For sure. Is it separate? That's just Keepa cleverly raising the price on everyone. So yeah, it's just $30 a month for Keepa now.
Yeah, you're not going to have to pay 30 and 19.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, man. So yeah, there's no. I think they're getting rid of the $20 price and it's just
I think
they're calling it Keepa Pro.
But you can lock in a year at the current price right now. They sent me an email, so I'm paying them. Well, I don't pay the regular price. I pay like $600 a year, but I'll be able to lock that in for 1 more year.
No worries. Yeah, of course, I know. I got to do that too as well.
Are you tipping the landlords or something on that there, Chris?
I pay for 4 seats because you can actually add seats. So I pay for 4 of them. And then I've got my API subscription, which I just had to increase.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I kind of forgot you could add seats. My VAs have their own Keepa account, so whatever.
Yeah.
I probably could have done that, save a little bit of money, whatever. Let's see. You said you bought 10 units of a brand new Ungate, then moved to a new house. Now your address is new in your Amazon account. I mean, you can just show the whole picture there. Like, if you have any communications when you change that, maybe add that too. That is like a weird niche case. Worst case, you can just get a new invoice and then just sell all 20 of the units that you have then.
Yeah. That's probably what I would do. It sucks to have to buy them again, but trying to explain to someone at Amazon what you did is also just hard.
Yeah, maybe, try 4 or 5 times with all the docs you have, and then if it doesn't work, just kind of go for it. It sounds like it's a brand you want to keep selling anyway, so just source something new. Sure. See, and so should you select minimal shipments or optimized shipments or under 100 items per month? Probably minimal then, yeah. It's just going to change your fees ever so slightly. Yeah, once you start making those bigger shipments, like we were talking about, it could save you a little bit of money with optimized, but it's not when you're going to be shipping very small shipments.
As a newbie, would SellerAmp and Keepa be enough for sourcing? Would Boxem replace either of those essentials? No, you just need Keepa and SellerAmp to get started. Boxem is to help you ship and keep track of your inventory, stuff like that, which is important. But I get a limited budget. Like add Boxem.
Yeah, limited budget. Yeah, and then it's just if you want to make things move faster. So like if you want to see the bulk ungating list come soon too, but on any like typical budget, you're going to want to like get the trial.
Yeah, if you're like sub $1,000, just
and we'll be the first people to tell you that. So buy the gloves from a retailer online. Anything in that brand, Holly. Yeah, anything in that brand. And yeah, no, thank you for tuning in. And then use that method with the bulk ungate checker to find other stuff from those same retailers. So you got to pop in. I think it was Ollie's was you said the retailers from. You can download all those historical sellers and find other things those sellers are also selling, and it's going to make things move significantly quicker.
So since Holly's new, I want to tell her something. So since you're new, you may not know about like best practices for saving your documents, especially if you're shopping at Ollie's. Make sure to take a picture of the item that you buy from Ollie's with the orange price sticker on it and save that next to your receipt. Now, that way, if there is an inauthentic claim or something like that down the road, you can match up that item to their receipt because the receipt will say like sporting goods or something like that. And the little orange sticker will have a SKU number that'll match up to that receipt. So that'll be best practices for saving all that stuff.
Yep.
Boom, boom. Yeah, I think there's a couple. Yeah, exactly, Holly. We got you with
there's no sorries for asking a question on a Q&A stream. That's the point. Yeah.
Nope.
There's no dumb questions. That's like the whole point of being brand new is you should be asking good questions.
I love seeing people ask quote unquote, I don't know, dumb questions, beginner questions, whatever, and then 2 months later they're popping in and it's like, oh, I did my first $20,000 month, and seeing all that, seeing the progress over time. And then one day you won't be hanging out with us on live streams anymore because you'll be making too much money on Amazon. That's just the nature of it. A lot of good regulars I can think of over the years now.
Kel says, I found my first profitable product with 100+ sales per month. Perfect. Any tips for finding another that's 100+ that also moves? Storefront stocking. Yeah, storefront stocking. So literally instantly, storefront stocking, you're going to open up those sellers, and there's going to be other listings that move really well. Recommendation for ungating grocery subcategory: Target. Yeah. Target gonna be fire.
Is there a way to get your money back after your buyer pulls a switcheroo with a return? Yeah, good question. So that's a safety complaint or a safety claim. Is what you're going to file. Yeah, against the customer there. And just as like a PSA, sent out an email with like some other Amazon changes today. I saw a couple of you guys like that, but one of them is safety claims. The period's going to 30 days instead of 60 days. I think it's on the 16th or the 14th, something like that. So just get in the habit of making sure you're you're not delaying that kind of stuff. Although I know that usually like that's the type of thing where you see a switcheroo, you're like, you'll waste way too much time to get your money back from someone that's trying to scam you. Like,
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if it's a merchant fulfilled, you may be able to, what can you can't do a 100% restock fee for a switcheroo, can you? Or do you have to do a 50% and then do a safety claim on the rest? I always forget.
I'm not certain. I just know you have to file like documents anyway if you're going to try to refund. If you're going to if you're going to try to reverse a refund that with that percentage anyway. So at that point, to me, you might as well do the safety.
Kel says, you demand Miles storefront stocking. It's agonizing. Okay, so Kels, go to the link in description and run the historical offers through Boxem, and then plug in all those historical ASINs that they have into Keep a Proc Finder. Find all the listings that have 100+ sold per month and 5+ sellers, and then literally instantly you're going to have dozens of leads that fit that criteria. So you can either do it storefront stock in the traditional way, or if you want to click a little bit more buttons and sift through a little bit more things, but have a more accurate gauge to what you're actually looking for, you can use the bulk on gate check and Keep a Proc Finder. Like those have always been the best ways to source. The bulk on gate checker just makes things easier these days for that side of things. That is a gorgeous profile picture, Salem. It's very clean. It's good Walmart blue. You get Walmart blue right there.
And also, storefront stocking being agonizing. Don't you just throw on some Big Booty mix in the headphones and
Big Booty mix,
state?
The Chronicles of Narnia battle soundtrack, the soundtrack.
Dude, I don't know why. I was listening to the Tron Legacy soundtrack like all day.
Oh, that probably goes hard, man.
Yeah. There's the part where I'm drawing a blank on the actor's name, but like one of the songs, he's just like giving a speech, and that's like, yeah, I'm like, so, I don't know, it was like writing an email or something.
Tron Legacy there. Okay, cool. All right, sweet. Thanks y'all for tuning in for another Money Monday and everything, y'all. So we're here to help every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Check out Clear the Shelf. Check out Fields of Profit. Check out Flips for Miles, and everything. And SellerAmp, keep Boxem, get you rolling here. We got tons of good content on our channels to help you guys win selling on Amazon in 2026 without creating your own product, quitting your giant 9-to-5, working 10 hours a day. None of that stuff. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Winter Sports MMO. Appreciate that's a good.
Is that like a GTA like 3 like FBI guy or something like that?
Yeah, it looked a little RuneScape, but I don't think it is RuneScape. Yeah. Cool. All right, y'all have a good one. Thanks a lot, guys. Take it easy. Have a good one.